They have correct franchise and saga. I don't know. Herb? Triple Deluxe? Oh, come on. Kirby. Something that starts with an M, maybe? We already tried Kirby Adventure, right? Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. There we go. Okay. What is he? He's got like a Zelda thing going on here. Hello, Emmy. Emmy's in house smartass tonight. Wonderful, wonderful. Time for the artwork. Oh, come on. What is this? Well, they're not giving me much to go on. This looks like a tank. Battlefield, I guess. Which one? Not one. They didn't have. I mean, they had tanks in World War I, but they were like shitty tanks. Let's try Battlefield 1942. Nope. Not even close. What is this? Wrong franchise and saga. Not even a shooter game. Let's try Deus Ex. Nope. It's also on the PS3. And it maybe takes place in Las Vegas. Which would be... No, because there's like a fucking dragon or something. What is that? Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Wait, hold on. What is this now? There's like a pod. It's an adventure game. On PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. Gears of War. It is not Gears of War. What? Okay, so there's like a person on this pod, and the pod person is either flying a ship or is crashing a ship or something. I don't know. Give me a little more to work with here. Batman racing. Okay, here we go. That didn't help, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is one of the Perfect Dark games. Perfect Dark Zero. No, it was called Remember Me. Wasn't that the movie where Robert Pattinson did 9/11? I guess there's also a game called Remember Me. Never. Is it on Steam? Let me look it up here. Remember. Nobody remembers this game. Remember Me. $5.99. I ignored it at one point. Remember Me is a third-person action adventure where players take on the role of Nilin, a former elite memory hunter with the ability to break into people's minds and steal or even alter their memories. So it's Psychonauts meets Inception meets Devil May Cry. Gotcha. Okay. Meets The Fifth Element. Yeah, I don't know. What it has mostly positive reviews. Very positive reviews overall. It's only $6. Oh, maybe we should try that out. One of the best, here's a review from The Wizard. One of the best, if not the best, visually designed game I ever played. Beautiful New Paris cyberpunk views with high tech and low life make this game very believable and pleasant, even in disgusting places like slums or abandoned metro station. Those nastiness have their charm too. Okay. The core gameplay of the game is third-person action with simple platforming and simple fighting system, even less complex than the first Arkham Batman, with 4 customizable combos. Where is the positive here? I guess because of the setting. He really likes the setting, the wizard here. Negatives. The game is extremely linear. Balance issues. A ton of collectibles. Checkpoint balance issues. Okay, whatever. We're obviously not playing this. I just wanted to know what its deal was. All right, on to keywords. All right, tank, skins, healer. This is Overwatch. This is Valorant. This is Paladins. There we go. Just keep rolling through them. Team Fortress 2. Do they have skins in Team Fortress 2? I thought everybody looked the same unless you had a hat. All right, on to the real gameplay of the night. Stationeers, we're back on Europa, of course. I promised a gas fuel generator at some point. I think if they meant hats, they would have said hats instead of skins, Hex. And I saw Captain Croissant, which is here. Captain Croissant, which is annoyed by the state government. We'll move to a better state. Minnesota is wonderful. Highly recommend it for everybody. Unless you're an asshole, and then don't move here, please. But if you're in this chat, I have to assume you're not an asshole, because otherwise that says something about me that I don't want to go there right now. I like to think that I bring people from all walks of life who are interested in watching fun games that I like to play also. Obviously, I'm never gonna be a League of Legends streamer or Overwatch or any of those like big esports games. You're just gonna have to be satisfied with Stationeers, Vintage Story, maybe RimWorld eventually sometime, and then whatever else happens to tickle my fancy. Game is loading, by the way, so we're sitting here. I'm staring at the loading screen right now. It takes a while. Holy cow. What are they doing? All right, there we go. Let's switch it over. Yeah, there it is. Move that out of the way. Transition. And we're here. All right, let's fire up the old Europa world and see where we're at. Captain Croissant says he had to enroll in state health insurance from being dismissed from my job, and they are asking me to bring documents to my job management for them to fill out before letting me enroll. Really? That's unusual. Or maybe that is not unusual. You would think that... I mean, I guess, I don't know what state that is, but it sounds like they're just trying to discourage people from applying, as most of these programs typically are. Like, oh, do you really need it? Or do you just think you need it? Like, no, I assure you, I really need it. All right, we're aired up. Let's charge this bad boy up. All right, so plan for today is we're going to construct a chamber to house the gas fuel generator. And then we're gonna work on, because we can survive in this indefinitely. We got potatoes growing, we got air, we got cooling, which is helpfully provided by the environment itself. We have plenty of power now. So all we have to do is survive long enough to start building a real base. And that should be pretty easy, I think. So let's head outside. Oh, why is my helmet not on? Thank you. Yeah, no, we're good. We're everything. We're all good. We're all good. Everybody's happy. So, the gas fuel generator's there. So we're gonna start by getting the steel out of here. That's the electrum. And we can just throw that copper back in and the electrum as well. So we're going to go throw down some steel frames and start building the chamber, basically, that's going to be the center of our new base. It's going to hold the gas fuel generator. We need 9 of these. That will make a little 3x3, and then we'll put the gas fuel generator in the middle. We'll set up all the wiring, all the piping, and then we can use automation to make it work. You're in Wisconsin? Oh, well, hey, it's not a long trip. Just hop across the border here. The Minnesota care stuff is really straightforward to apply. Like, they don't make you, I assume they don't make you jump through a bunch of hoops. Before I got a job, like when I was still in school, I mean, I have like VA health stuff if it really comes down to that. Now I obviously have health insurance through my job, but before that, when I was going to school, and Emmy didn't have health insurance because, like, you don't get it when you're working retail or whatever. She was just able to get it through Minnesota Care, which is like the state health thing. All right, there we go. And then we need some steel frames. We need 9 plus 1, so 10 of these bad boys. Emmy wants to go to the Door Peninsula Winery to try their fresh off the conveyor belt Mummy Moscato. She also wants to go to the Brumder Mansion in Milwaukee. 7, 8. So slow. 9. And hey, Beetle Rock, and a merry Macho Man Monday to you too, my friend. Oh yeah. All right, we'll just start it over here. So this will provide the centerpiece to our new base. It'll provide heating and power and all that jazz. So it should be easy to deal with. Let's get out my old trusty welding tool, which we now have a way to refill if it runs out, which is great. Who needs that there we go. I don't know why it cut me off there in the middle. Who needs that stupid old arc welder anyway? All right, beautiful. Let's go grab the gas fuel generator off of this. Just jump up here real quick. Does not have battery. Right, because we've been jumping these around, haven't we? Just swap it out then. Should not be a problem. Beautiful. All right, so to make this the most convenient, I suppose we want to... Okay, I guess the sun is attempting to come up now. So I think we probably want to have everything coming in. Way to center this. I guess that's as centered as it's going to get, huh? All right, then we need to go get some walls. So let's... Oh, why do I have... Oh, I only needed 10, right. Okay, I guess I made an extra one. That's fine. We'll just put it down here. We're gonna make some windows, so we're gonna need composite from the silicon, which actually, now that we're out here, we may as well pop inside, refill our battery in the miner and go mining since the sun is up. Also, that beacon, I know we talked about the beacon at some point. I'm still thinking about making one because we'd have to make a tool thing, and I don't want to make a tool thing. I hate making those things. It always feels so wasteful. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. We should probably make some extra filters while we're here. Nitrogen filter. How much iron is in here? Okay. Maybe we'll just hold off for now. We'll make it when we come back. I also need to make sure that we don't get overloaded with minerals here. So anything that has a full-ish stack can just stay here. We have some oxide. All right. Oh, ice too. Ice can go in here. All right. Off to the mines. Let's go. We are looking for all the usual suspects: iron, copper, gold. No ice right now. I think we're good on ice. Just make sure we don't lose track of where we're going. So we're going at about a 330 degree. There's some coal. Perfect. So other than that, Captain Gersonwich, how's everything going? You start looking for a new job yet? I was actually so somebody at my job is leaving and I have to take on one of their like one of their reports basically temporarily. We'll see how temporary that ends up being. But I was looking at their position and basically they do what I love doing, which is like making reports and using Excel to collate data and then present it to like the executives and stuff. Other than the presentation part of that, that all sounds awesome. And I was like, I should apply for this. And then I'm like, yeah, but then I'd have to leave my office and who knows if I'd get to work from home as much. It's just like, oh, when I think about having to like get a new job, even like just jumping to a different position at the same place, it's like, ugh, so much work. Don't I do enough work already, guys? Come on. I do this, I have a regular job, I stream, I have to take care of Emmy when the can opener breaks and she can't open a can of chicken now. Also, tangent here, kind of. Do can openers just suck now? Because, yeah, the can opener, like, broke. Like, it doesn't spin. Or it spins, but it doesn't turn the blade or the gear or whatever. I'm like, I gotta take this stupid thing apart and try to figure it out. It is not man, baby, Emmy. It's somebody higher up than me that does reports for marketing. So if I took it, it would be like a better, higher position, but also I'd probably have to do more work, and I'm pretty happy with the like low amount of work I currently have to do. It's pretty low impact, other than the fact that I have to be there a lot of the time. Like most of the work is super easy. And I'd hate to like start a new job and it's like, oh, this is way more work than I was doing before, and then you look like an idiot. It's like, oh, now I gotta go back. Like, I don't think I could do this, guys. Could I have my old job back? And they're like, no. It's like, ugh, I should have just stick with what you know? It's easier for at least me that way. I don't know if it's easier for everybody. Is this ice or silicon? It's shiny, so I think it's ice. Yeah, it's ice. Damn. Now we'll at least get the iron here, because we're gonna need a lot of steel, like I said, if we're gonna build all this stuff out. We also need plastic and glass and power. So we need a lot of things, basically, is what I'm saying. Now, if the sun starts to go down, chat, I gotta immediately lock on to which way I need to go. So we gotta kind of keep a sharp eye out for the way to walk if the sun starts going down. Which, make no mistake, it is. So, if we start making our way back now. Look at all this coal. Holy cow. You think there's gonna be coal when we show up on Europa? It's like, damn. There's just coal here. Probably not. We wouldn't be that lucky. Okay, there's the base over there. Let's see what this is. Silver? Yeah, a little silver. We gotta make some electrum at some point, right? I think we already did, actually. All right. Beetle Rock just got promoted and he very much prefers it. All right, that's fair. I mean, there's not really a promotion for me that would be better. It's like everybody above me does way more work than I do. I don't know that they get paid enough to make me want to do that work, though, is the thing. Like, if I was in a ship position and it's like, hey, you want to get promoted to, like, you get your own office. Like, I've already got my own office, basically. I get to goof around all day. Get to play games on my phone. Watch YouTube videos. It's not too bad. It feels bad because sometimes I gotta be there all day, but the actual work part, like compared to when I was in the army, it's like, ooh, it's easy. Okay, sun's going down. Let's just head back. There's some stuff closer we can mine. So, Captain Sandwich, let me ask you this, because this kind of sounds like a scam to me, like they want you to resign, so that way they're not liable to pay you unemployment or whatever. Can you actually reapply and get rehired? Because, I don't know, man. I don't know that I would have signed that. Like, legally, we have to fire you, but you can reapply, I guess. You are? Okay, all right. Well, here's hoping. I think it's kind of bullshit then. They should just kept you on. Like, who gives a fuck? If you can reapply anyway, what difference does it make? It smells rotten is all I'm saying. But if it's gonna work out, that's good. Good for everybody involved. Saves everybody's time. Okay, so let's do some smelting. Remember, whoever smelt it, dealt it. Let's double check. We have fuel in here? We do. Good. It's at 14.8 degrees. Not super high pressure, but we don't need it to be super high pressure. Okay, walls. Let's start with walls, shall we? We need 1, 2, 3. Should we need 2, 4, 6, 8 of these if we're gonna go too high? Yeah, if it doesn't work, just go work for like UPS or something, or literally anywhere else. I don't know what your qualifications are. Hey, Rilip's here. Rilip got sorted in a house, smartass. Ho-ho. And Hex says it is not an electric can opener. It's one of the little twisty ones, and it's just bullshit. So I was looking at reviews online to try to find like a good can opener. It's like 15 bucks. We can get one that should hopefully last forever without breaking, or at least is easily replaceable. Because I can imagine like the blade wears out. That makes sense to me. But this one, just like the gear doesn't even turn anymore, and it's like, well, what is this? This is bullshit. Like, it's a fucking piece of metal. Like, what do you mean it doesn't work anymore? Okay, do this, and we do this. Oh, we already have one there. Okay, perfect. Then we need, okay, I guess we put them up here now. We're gonna need the plastic. I'm not gonna put the actual stuff in yet. We're just gonna put the plastic parts in. Rilip doesn't have AC. That is so profoundly sad. No AC, huh? Speaking of things that suck, this fucking mic arm. Or I guess it's, honestly, it's the mic arm is fine. It's this desk that is crumbling before my very eyes as I try to use it. Just everything. Entropy, man. It's gonna be the death of me. Literally. You can't win. Hey, Tasumaga's here too. Hello, Tasumaga. How are things going in Germany?
Power low.
Hopefully not too fascisty. But we all already know the answer to that, don't we? All right, so we need some corner pieces. We need 8 corner pieces. Rilip says the poison's gonna get me before entropy. What poison? Wall. Is that just wall, or is that flat wall? I think gives me the corner pieces. We have, like, that's one of the few good things about this house is it's got central air. Like, you wouldn't think that it would because it sucks otherwise, but yeah, that's exactly what we want. We need 8 of these guys. But yeah, it does have central air, which is great. I can counteract the poison by eating an entire bell pepper whole and raw. Yum. I can't wait to try that. That sounds awful. Yeah, the one redeeming quality of this house. I mean, I guess also the fact that it was super cheap, but that's more of a, I think that's more of a problem, really, when you think about it. All right, I think I like these like kind of beveled corners for the walls. I know we're maybe getting a little luxurious here when we don't need to be, but if this is gonna be my new base, I want it to start off by looking good, right? We may need more frames here. Okay, it's gotta go around. And up. And like so. And there we go. Okay, so that is going to be the gas fuel generator chamber. So we're gonna pull power and logic out of here. In fact, we can probably wire this up. So there's the power and there's the logic. Easy. And then the next thing would be getting insulated pipes. And then we'll have to put vents in here that'll control the temperature. So on top, I think we can just do frames up on top. Kasumaga says, not much is happening in Germany at the moment. The established parties are upset about the election victory of the fascist and don't understand how it came about. I wonder. Actually, I kind of do wonder sometimes. It's like, are people that stupid? And then I remember, oh yeah, they are. A lot of stupid people out there, and they vote. All right, we're gonna turn off the light and see if that helps. Why are you growing poorly towards fruiting, potato? What's the problem? You having issues? Shouldn't be. That's unusual. I guess maybe it just got too much light. So we'll let it hang out for a bit. Let's unlock our helmet. Drink some water. Delicious. Eat another cereal bar. Boneless cereal bar. This one's gone. This one's gone. Oh wait, we've got to make a water majig. Remind me to do that sometime tonight. Okay, how are we doing? It power's fine. Just hold on to the coal for now, I guess. Okay, well, if that's all we needed, then we'll just head back out. I'll recharge my power. It's good. I think we maybe have some batteries that need to get refilled. We'll let them hang out while we go do some smelting. It's smelting time. There you go. Tazumaga's got the gist of it. Yeah, it's like, if you are convinced that the world is as simple as you imagine that it is, then it's pretty easy to convince you that there's a simple solution, and there rarely is. And that goes for everybody. It's like, I will admit that there are times when I'm just like, oh, wouldn't it be just so easy if I was president and I could do blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, I wouldn't really be president at that point. I'd be like some kind of god king, and that probably wouldn't go well for everybody. I mean, in my case, I think it would, because I imagine myself as like a pretty cool guy who's not interested in like oppressing people. But I don't know, you know, I've never been given that kind of power. I might just fuck it up. Be like, whoops. And that's how World War III happened. We voted for Starr to be president on his platform of being a chill dude, and turns out, yeah, that didn't work out so well. All right, I guess we need more. Turns out being a chill dude is not a good party platform. Should be. All right, how are we doing here? Everything's nice and toasty. Love to see it. So there's more steel for the steel mill. How about some copper? Let's get some copper going, huh? Always go for more of that. Let's get it all smelted up. We can always, if we need to alloy it later, we can. Wow, I thought we would have had more than that. I guess we got the 4 stacks that went into the steel, huh? And we have some silver. We'll hold on to that. Nah, fuck it. Let's just do it now. Otherwise, it's just gonna sit around anyway. Here we go. We could probably throw a couple of volatiles in there to combust with the nitrous oxide and give us some real power. Yeah, look at that. Granted, I have nothing to smelt now, so we're just gonna vent that. It's true, Rilip. I have a very anti-microwave agenda. Okay, is this getting a little... This might be getting a little out of hand. It's probably fine. So, let's just make some more steel while we're here. Make a couple more steel frames. In fact, we can probably just throw the extra steel in here now. Okay. Now what I'm wondering is if... do I want to do a too high... maybe a too high chamber is a little bit overkill. Maybe we don't do that. This always happens. I'm like, I have a cool idea, but then I remember that the building in this game is a little funky sometimes. It's not always going to turn out the way that you want it to. Uh-oh, the European Championship started on Friday. Nobody cares anymore. Ah, well. Hope they enjoy their bread and circuses. I certainly do. I mean, I don't like go out to places and do things, but I do play video games, and I guess that's kind of like my circuses. And what is my bread? I guess just bread. Garlic bread. Which sounds really good right about now. I was talking to my man-baby coworker who loves Star Wars today, and he's very anti-chicken nuggets. And then he was talking about eating boneless wings, and I had to stop him right there and be like, boneless wings are just chicken nuggets. Because that's what they are. You know what? You want to make your case for boneless wings not being chicken nuggets? Feel free, have it out in the chat right now. Explain to me how boneless wings are different from chicken nuggets. What do you think? There's boneless chickens running around? They cut the wings off a boneless chicken and then serve it up? No. They take the chicken and they convert it into a nugget. I guess if you want to be, oh, it's actually whole meat. It's not mechanically separated pressed chicken. It's like, it's all chicken, man. There's no bones in there. And then they cover it in sauce. Like, what's the difference between me dipping a chicken McNugget into buffalo sauce and you having a boneless wing coated in buffalo sauce? It's the same thing. Are boneless wings made of wing meat? No, they're not. They're white meat. Wing meat is dark meat, which is why it's so much tastier and juicier. But yes, the other stuff is in fact not. It is the other, it's the white meat. The kind that people like. That corporations are always being like, oh, it's 100% white meat. I'm like, why would that be a selling point? That's the worst part. That's the worst meat from the chicken. It's dry, it's tasteless. There's like no flavor to it. Like, why would you want that? Give me the dark meat, man. All right, we need to make some steel sheets. Hex says, you know, different people have different taste buds. Yeah, I guess that's true. Some people like bell peppers and celery and other stuff that I don't like. But I feel like if they're marketing it as 100% white meat, that implies, it's kind of like when you see like gluten-free. Like, there's no way in hell that many people need gluten-free stuff. It's kind of like a specialty food, but they just put it on stuff because they know it's a selling point, because people think it's better for you or whatever. It's the same way I feel about white meat. It's like, here's our 100% white meat chicken tenders or whatever. Okay. You know, it's like when Burger King changed their chicken to being white meat instead of whatever it used to be, and when it was really good. I mean, it was never like great because it's Burger King. Oh, what the fuck, really? All right, I guess it's a storm again. Well, let's go inside then. These storms happen way more often on Europa than they did on Vulcan. Holy cow. Not expecting that to happen. Am I playing Wii Sports Resort? Yeah, this is Wii Sports. Is that going to be all right? Are you going to be able to handle that? Is that going to be too weird for you? I mean, that I'm not specifically doing Wii Sports Resort. That's just on this playlist. I start charging stuff. We can take my helmet off at least while we're hanging out inside. I didn't make a water dispenser. Shoot. Nobody reminded me. So now we have all these empty bottles. We have 2 full bottles left. 1.5 now. 1 3/4. All right. The potatoes are doing all right. We need to probably make a plant analyzer to check on them. How are we doing? Suit-wise, everything seems to be in order. Charge up our little fella there. I should make a battery too. We have the steel for it. That's gonna fill up for a bit. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna ride this out. Rilip reminded me, but I forgot the reminder. I gotcha. Is the game being on brutal a factor? I don't think that affects the difficulty. I think that just affects the start condition. Or I don't think it affects... I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it's different by planet, too. Like, maybe Vulcan just has less frequent storms. But they might be longer or something? That's possible. We might just be getting bad luck. Or good luck, depending on how you want to look at it. Because it fills up all of our... I mean, it doesn't fill up our battery because it's only 800 watts at max, I think. Which should overcome most of our power stuff going on. But I don't know. How are the potatoes doing? Moderately well now. It might just be too hot in here. Let's just bring in some cold air quick. Hit them with the AC. Bringing in some storm air. All right, should be fine now. We are getting a little bit of animation of snow in here. That's a visual thing. That doesn't matter. You better now? Still moderately well, huh? I don't know. We'll have to make a plant thingy, see what's going on. How about our oxygen? 5.85, water is good. 13.2 liters. I can't check the volatiles from in here, but I assume they're at about the same. We got plenty of food left, so yeah, water's gonna be our next big thing. So once the storm is over, I'll just go out and make a water dispenser now so I don't forget. Also a plant analyzer chip and a water bottle filler thingy. Oh, we could maybe go do that now. No reason we have to hang out inside all the time. Turn my light off at least. Ah, beautiful. All right, yeah, little fella's spinning right there. So we're looking for water bottle filler that requires some silicon, which we have. We are, however, going to have to actually that in. So 1 oxide. Let's close up the thing here. Oh, look how the water glows. That's kind of cool. Here we go. Throw the silicon in. And that should theoretically get hot. It is already hot enough, so it should be fine. We just can't open it until the storm is over because it'll blow away. That's one reason you might want to have a furnace inside. We will have a furnace inside eventually. We'll do an advanced furnace. Rilip says it looked like the store is coming in through the back window. It wasn't. It just looks that way. It's totally fine. Okay. This is gonna be a longer one than usual, huh? Anything else we need? We probably don't need the heavy watt cable on us right now. Take some glass over there. Oh, I should check my filters. What are we at? Yeah, we could probably use a nitrogen filter, huh? Nitrogen filter. And we should consider recycling these too. These old ones. We'll wait. We'll wait. Because they'll just, all the iron will blow away and then we'll feel pretty foolish. Power low? Oh, I'm rocking the little battery. Hold on, let me get in there. Because I forgot. Turn the heater back on. Maybe that'll help it out. I don't know. Without the plant analyzer, I don't know what's going on. And this stupid ass storm is still going. So how was everybody's weekend? We'll talk about that. I had a pretty good time, actually. I got a lot of work done in XCOM, which is what I've kind of been playing on the side. Just classic OG XCOM. Just a wonderful, wonderful game. Right, we need a nitrogen filter. One nitrogen filter, please. And now we can get the silicon at it. Oh, damn it. Let me open that up here. I took too long. Ooh, scooch all these over. Start throwing these guys in the recycler. And that should just give us a little bit of iron here. Yeah. Do not put that in yet. Wait. We have to get 1 oxide. And 2 volatiles. And that should hook it up to temperature. It's weird that if it goes below, it'll like stop being what it was, which is kind of weird. Okay, the water bottle filler. Yes, let's do that first, and then we'll throw the iron in there. There we go. I don't think we have anything else to cook right now. The water bottle filler should be perfect. We do need some iron, actually. I should throw some iron in there while we're here. Just so we can make another carbon dioxide filter here shortly. All right. Carbon dioxide filter. We'll hold that on our person until our nitrogen filter has run out. Or we'll just put it over here, whatever. We have that. Let's go put the frames down. We don't need anything from here, right? I would say glass, but we don't need that right now, right this very second. I was just gonna put these frames kind of around the sides. Give it a little bit wider base to work with. Oh, hey buddy. Are you hiding from the rain? It's been pretty stormy here, so cat's been a little spooked by it. He gets scared of the rain and the thunder and stuff. He has to go hide sometimes. Very cute. He's a great little guy. Emmy says she had a good weekend. She got to play games with some friends. And by play games, she means I played the game. Although she did play Jackbox by herself. I guess I didn't have to help her with that, fortunately. We played golf with friends. I hate that game so much. I don't know why I agreed to play it. It is so incredibly frustrating, and not in like a... At least for me it is. Maybe some people get more enjoyment out of it. Every time I play that game, like, I'm never playing this game again. This is miserable. And then I still do it sometimes anyway. Don't you need many people? Yeah, she was playing with some other people, not me. Gotta remember to open that. Okay, we made the water bottle filler. I need to make the plant analyzer. That's what I need. Plant. It requires iron and gold. Do we have iron? We don't have iron. I guess I can steal some from here. Gotta be resourceful on the brutal start. Just keep reusing everything. One plant analyzer, please, so I can keep track of what's going on with the dang potatoes. Head inside. Oh, we probably need some water pipes, don't we? I have to find a space for this. It's not going to be adjacent to the wall because we do not want thriving. Okay, they're back to thriving. That's awesome. Let's take a look what the specifics are here. Temperature, max ideal, current temperature 19. That's the min ideal. All right, so it's got to be between like 20 and 30. Easy. Ideal pressure 51, we're right in the middle. Light efficiency, no deficiency, no deficiency. So everything's good. Go up to 1 kilopascal, so it's 2.37. So it's like 2% pollutant that's causing problems. Illumination stress, no deficiency of darkness, that's great. We'll go ahead and put that down over here. And then I think we can just put the water bottle dispenser like right here. It fits perfectly. Incredible. I'm a genius. A bit of a rat's nest back here, but hey. It looks stupid but works. It still looks stupid, but at least it works, and that's what really matters. So we have some water bottles. Throw in there, and water. We have water. Oh, okay, he's still hanging out down there, I guess. Hi. Okay, here, I'll put my foot by you so you... Okay, that didn't make him feel safer. He's leaving now. Thought that would help, but I guess it did not help. Very sad. Drink some water. Now, we're back to that early question of where do we put the microwave? And I think the answer is we don't put it anywhere because there's no room. I mean, maybe we could squeeze it over here, but I think this tank... I mean, we could move the tank over to here, I guess, and squeeze the microwave back here. That's maybe a little crazy. Pasumaga says the weekly challenge from travel is also interesting, this time from France to Tibet, but 1945. Oh, baby. Hold on. I gotta try this. Travel. Take me to travel, please. Migrate. Where do I do the weekly challenge? Challenge. Weekly challenge. Show me the weekly challenge. Weekly challenge, I found it. Okay. I'd like you to go from France to Tibet in the year 1945. Easy. All right, I'm going to bring it up so you guys can see. So, I have to admit, 1945, this should be easy. Germany? What? What do you mean Germany, United States of America? Fuck. Well, guess what? Just give me the... Is this pre or post? Give me this. Give me the USSR. United Socialist. Okay, what the fuck? Where's the USSR? Russia. I guess they want it. No? Oops. Hello. That doesn't need to be open. I hit one of the F keys. Oh, Soviet Union. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay, easy. China. Fuck. Let's see. Tibet. I think we want Kazakh. Fuck. Soviet Union. All we get is Germany, Soviet Union. So I'm guessing they mean like East and West Germany. So if we go United States of America. Okay, I guess we gotta go France also. Okay, and then Germany, Soviet Union. Aw, shit. Poland. There we fucking go. Okay. Now we just have to figure out what's in between here. Let me just do China. I think China will do it. Damn. Mongolia. Okay. I mean, we could have done better than that, but what did I miss? I didn't have to go German. I guess because I could have gone. Oh, we could have gone Czechoslovakia, sure. And then China. What was I thinking? Xinjiang. What the fuck is Xinjiang? Oh, wow. Okay, that one. I don't play enough Hearts of Iron to know that one, I guess. If you'd have done this in like the year 1550, I could have maybe done it a little bit faster. Would have been pretty straightforward. Yeah, no, we would have got blocked out by the Iron Curtain, unfortunately, somewhere around here if we go that route. I was thinking, you know, because France considers its territories to be like part of France for the most part. I was hoping we could go from French cock in China, French cock in China, but that's an even longer route, I think. Maybe not. I mean, go. What the fuck is Annam? Tonkin? These aren't real. These are made up. This is bullshit. All right, give me back to the game. Kasumaga needed 10 guesses. How many did I get? Did I beat you? I got it in 7. So you needed the whole 10 guesses, huh? Okay, what are we doing? Thriving, yada yada. Now I have to think about this. What's my next goal? I guess we should focus on getting the oh, but everything's getting blown around here. Maybe I should put something in here to keep stuff from getting blown around. We could probably recycle all these empty bottles. I don't know if it's gonna give us anything, but probably worth a shot. And we'll keep the food and water over there, or the extra water, the backup water. Yeah, just one. Let's put it down right here. Okay, helmet. Blocked, good. We don't need any air. Rilip says Xinjiang is the westernmost province of China. It's got a strong independent streak. I never understood, like, I mean, maybe it's because I grew up in America. It's like, who cares if you're independent? Like, someone's always gonna be in charge of you, like whether it's the King of England or the president or whatever. Like, what difference does it make? Does it really matter? All right. I guess maybe it matters to some people, or if they like really don't like me and they're trying to kill all of my people, that could be a problem too, I suppose. Independent is often synonymous with nationalist. Yeah, see, I don't get that. Like, if someone rolled up tomorrow and they're like, hey, this is like you're part of our country now, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Can I still play video games? Do I still have access to the internet? Is my job still functional? Then yeah, I mean, maybe if they take everything from you, then you become, that's when you become revolutionary. But like, so look at the American Revolution, because this is sort of the modern, maybe not that modern, but like a relatively recent example of independence that I think a lot of people look to as, hey, this was a good thing. It was a bunch of rich dudes who were like, hey, we want to be in charge instead of England, so let's round up a bunch of poor people to fight so that way we can pay less taxes or whatever. So ultimately, I don't think it matters who's in charge. Someone's always going to be in charge, and if no one's in charge, then you have an even bigger problem, because someone's who maybe is less concerned about your well-being is going to take over. Like in Mad Max. Like, nobody's doing too hot in Mad Max. That's a great example of what happens when nobody's in charge. Somebody takes charge, and that person is probably not a very good person. What were we talking about? Oh, right. Independence. I don't know, it's like all the times that Texas is like, we're gonna secede this time for sure. It's like, okay, all right, good luck. Hope that works out for you. It won't, but it's funny to think about. All right, let's weld you up. There we go, and we can just go up there. All sealed up. I don't think I made enough. So this is going to be the roof of the chamber, but I have a plan to make this look a little bit cooler. We're going to put windows. There's going to be a window here so that you know, we can put like vents and stuff up here, like a chimney basically. But then we're going to put windows. Actually, you know what? No, we're not going to put windows. I don't know what we're going to put down, but we're going to put something. We're going to figure something. Maybe just walls. It's dangerous though, because then I like to have it so opening a wall or like removing a frame doesn't break everything. But that's kind of that's a tough thing to do. You guys know me. I'm picky about my building. All right, sun's up. Mining time. Let's go. One right here. Check the pressure in here, right? What is it? Okay, so it's almost depleted. Ashbrow said it wasn't that they wanted less taxes, they wanted to say in the government. To say what though? Why should they get any say in the government? That's kind of fucked up actually. Yeah, I guess it's fair. It just seems like a power grab to me. Like they wanted to be in charge. It's like, why should we have a king when we can instead have a king? And then they, you know, decided not to go with the king idea. But there was a very real possibility. We could have had a King George Washington. All right, let's grab this iron. We don't need any oxide right now. All I'm saying is usually when people are like, let's do a revolution, they end up murdering a bunch of people. Which maybe that's necessary sometimes, but I don't think anybody looks at the French Revolution as like, yeah, this was an unequivocally good time for everybody. We were all much freer in those days. It's like, no, they were like murdering people in the streets in front of crowds of thousands. That's not great. That's not the kind of country I want to live in. And yet, I live in the United States. Oh, that's copper. I don't really need copper now, but I will. I don't know why I'm going back. I guess because my battery alarm went off and I got a little spooked. We don't need to go back. I need to find silicon. That's what we really need. Europa looks kind of like Minecraft. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's all voxels, so everything, aside from the fact that they're not cubes, they're more amorphous. Okay, we're going towards Jupiter right now. Let's just remember that. And then walk away from Jupiter to get home. We just gotta be quick. So what was I doing? Oh, right, I'm trying to make the GFG tonight. We gotta get that working. If anybody can do it, it's me, for sure, I think. Take oxygen, you take volatiles, you mix them together. Boom. You got yourself a good time. Does the sky realistically model the north-south drift of objects in the sky based on inclination? Kind of, yes. That was one of the big changes that they made when they did the rocketry update at the end of last year. They made it so depending on the season and depending on, I think each planet has like a specific latitude that you're at, and that's how it models everything. Like you can't, if you move on the planet, it doesn't change your latitude or anything. It just models you as always being at the same latitude. But it does model like orbits and stuff. I should just build a dang beacon. Yeah, you're right. I probably should. I'd always forget to turn it. Maybe I should make one of those permanent ones that I can just turn on and off. Problem is those things are power hogs. Like they eat crazy amounts of power. Like more, I think it's like 1,000 watts or something, which is more than my windmill even generates. It might not be that dire, but it's pretty bad. Like I hate building those unless I have a really stable power source. So we should just stick with the battery one here, right? We have a stack of copper here, very nice. We're getting some silicon. Is this gold? Oh, gold, nice. We do need gold. And no, Rilip, I don't have to worry about it drifting that much that I would like get lost following Jupiter back and forth. Unless I stayed out for like several weeks and then things drifted slightly, but even then I think Jupiter would stay basically where it is. Where's the rest of the gold? Oh, speaking of gold, me and Emmy watched Good Burger 2 over the weekend, and it was pretty okay. I have zero complaints, except that everybody looked really old, but I guess that's kind of a side effect of everybody being old. Like, how old was the first, when did the first movie come out? Like 30 years ago? Not, what, 25 years ago, maybe. Emmy's looking at me for some reason, it's creepy. What do you need? Okay, she's going away. She's just letting me know. All right, we gotta move towards, away from Jupiter. I have no, yeah, well I have, it's not really a real complaint is the problem. So when I say I have no complaints, I mean I don't have any complaints about the story or the setting or the characters. It's just all the actors are very old. But they sort of continued everybody's story. Kel's living his best life in his 40s. Keenan is old and doing whatever it is he was doing. Being a shitty businessman, I guess. Okay. Maybe I should stop opening the door like that. Still thriving, that's good. I guess we can maybe think about turning the light off at some point. But I'm gonna take my suit off so we can recharge our hygiene a little bit. Drink some water. Yeah, there's no way we can squeeze a microwave in here without making some pretty sizable adjustments. So we'll just eat raw potatoes for the time being. Hopefully that's not too bad for our morale. Still got the cereal bars too. Did I build the water thing? Yeah, we got a water thing. We got the plant thing. The plant analyzer, yes, we have it. It's over here, I think. Everything keeps getting thrown around when I open the door, so. All right, it's thriving, thriving. All right, so next thing we need to do. I guess we need some vents to bring in cool air and take out hot air. Relip says children are yelling outside. If I go out there, one of you better be getting eaten by a bear. What, kids can't yell now? You sound like Emmy. She's always complaining about the neighbor kids, like, being kids. She's just full on, like, cranky old woman now. She's old and bonkers. Okay, let's head outside for a bit, and we will start. We need to make another active vent, and then we're gonna need some insulated pipes to set all this up, and then we're gonna have to build a computer, which I'm sure will take a whole bunch of effort. Oh, we have no insulated pipes. Great. That's gonna require steel. Okay, fair enough. Active vent. Iron and gold. We need iron and gold. I guess we can pull that out of here. There's electrum, copper, gold, iron. So iron, gold. Let's throw all the copper in here. Whatever. One active vent, and then we'll need 2 regular vents. That is a CO2 filter for some reason. Okay, well now I have an extra one of those. Great. I should probably swap that out. Active vent. Oh, this is what's making noise. I was so confused. Holy cow. I was like, what is making that really loud noise? It's my centrifuge going. Then we're gonna need 2 passive vents. Perfect, we have just enough iron. Rilip says, if I can hear them, I shouldn't hear them. I guess. Maybe you need better soundproofing on your walls. Sounds like a you problem. Okay. Swap out the battery. I should make another... I don't think it matters that much. We have plenty of oxygen right now. All right, now we need to get the steel and the silicon and everything and start making insulated pipes so we can wire up the network here that we're gonna need. I gotta pull the steel out here, or silicon, steel, copper, iron. We'll just put it all in the pipe bender here. So we're gonna be using this for a bit. Insulated pipe. Just give me a whole bunch. And I think it might actually be time to make the tool bench because we do need to make some tools. What does that require? Tool manufactory is just iron and copper. Okay, we can do that. Wow, I really didn't get that much iron, did I? There's copper at least. Oh shoot, these are gonna start getting yeeted everywhere. You gotta be careful. We don't have a collector set up. Actually, you know what? Why am I doing it like this? This is silly. Just throw everything in here for now. I was talking about dismantling all this stuff and moving it, wasn't I? Or like changing its orientation so it's not in the way. But why don't we go ahead and do that? And then wrench, no. Wire cutters. Angle grinder. Those down, and then a wrench. There we go, that's much better. And that way, things aren't getting shot into other things. As for the recycler, oh, that's, I don't know. Maybe we can just put the tool thing right here. It's like the most obnoxious place to put it. We gotta run cabling. That really didn't change that much, did it? Other than, I guess, making the input a little easier to access. Maybe we could make a couple more iron things and put... No, that doesn't make any sense. What was I doing? We're making insulated stuff. We need steel and silicon then. Silicon, steel, we're good. I don't need the copper right now. And the tool manufactory too, which requires tool. Oh, we can make one, nice. And then insulated pipes. Here we go. I remember what the goal is with this, guys. We gotta bring in cold outside air and push out hot inside air if necessary to maintain temperature. So if the temperature gets too high or the pressure gets too high or gets too low or whatever, it shouldn't get too low because we should always be bringing in fresh air to cool it down. But there's gonna be some automation going on there. We'll have to figure out how it's gonna work. I don't know yet. We're also gonna have to build a computer, some microchips. We'll have to make some solder at some point. Ugh. That is gonna be a pain in the butt, trying to get all that set up. And I know you guys are thinking like, he always says that about everything. It's true, because everything is a pain in the butt. This whole game is just work constantly. It's like a second job, which, since I already have a second job streaming, is like a third job. So there. We're just gonna run pipes straight up the back. See that? Is that how we want it to go? No, we probably want it to go all the way to the actual back. We can run along the wall. And hey, we could even theoretically put like sensors and stuff inside the pipes if we really wanted to. I'm not going to because we don't need to, but we could. Wait, oh, this is where the fuel comes in. Never mind. That's not what we need to do there. So this just puts out the exhaust. Which we can probably use for something. So this will be fuel goes in here, I think. Input, output, yes. So input goes here, output goes here. And then for the actual like room maintenance stuff, that'll just be a pretty straightforward process of a couple of vents at the top that'll either take out bad atmosphere, and I should probably do them in separate cells now that I think about it, so they're not stepping on each other's toes. And honestly, we don't need to do anything fancy here. So passive vent goes here, passive vent goes here, active vent goes here, active vent goes here. And all that's gonna do is make sure that everything is functioning correctly. What do I mean by functioning correctly? That the atmosphere maintains proper temperature control. Apparently these stupid generators are very finicky with what they will accept as an appropriate environment to live in. Like people. It's like, oh, I don't want to live on Mars. There's no air. It's like, well, shut up. You're living on Mars. You're going to live in the pod and you're going to eat the bugs. And you're going to like it. Or else. Okay. Bringing it down. The nice thing is once this is fully hooked up and everything, we can seal it off and then run everything automatically, which will be pretty cool. So there we go. Let me go grab some glass here. Philip says it's currently 81 in the house. Summer is too damn hot. Get an air conditioner, old man. What are you complaining about the summer being too hot? I mean, I think the summer is too hot too, but I have AC, so as long as I'm not outside, I can deal with it. It's pretty great, actually. All right, there we go. So we've sealed up those 3 sides of the front. We'll have to do the rest, obviously, at some point, and the top. So, what do we need now? We need a computer. All right, computer. Let's start there. A computer, an IC10 chip, and housing, and some other stuff. I'm sure that oh, my tool manufactory is done. I forgot I was making that. We'll just squeeze it in here. Like, really squeeze it in, huh? At least I can still access that in there. We got some iron and some silicon from breaking down those water bottles. I'm gonna need 2 iron sheets and 2 plastic sheets. Plastic sheet. I don't have any silicon. Where'd all the silicon go? I guess I'll make some more. Close that up. Get to volatiles ice. Melt it. Melt it. Silicon me. Let's go. Give me the pressure, please. I'm ready. There we go. We got anything else? We have a little bit of iron. I guess we can do that. So we have some iron to work with later. I need 2 plastic sheets, and then we can build the tracking beacon so we don't get lost anymore. Because I know that's going to be the next big thing that everyone's going to be like, Star, you forgot to... Why did you build a tracking beacon? I'm like, I don't know, because I forgot, all right? We need cables. We don't have... We have no copper. Copper me, please. I would like some cable. Thank you. 2, 3. Oh, right. I forgot to... Gotta remember to open up the vent when we're done cooking. Otherwise, it'll get a little crazy. I will let that run for a bit. Finish up the tool manufactory. And then we will make sure it is hooked up. We'll see what we need to make beacon. Oh, we should make a battery too. Big battery. Needs gold and steel. I think we have that. Not here. Oh, we have gold here. That's copper. Where's the gold? Gold. Perfect. Gold. Where's the steel in here? It's in here.
Power low.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're gonna make another battery. Good. And I'll go back in here. Got some extra coal we don't need right now. Silver, iron, that's iron. Lead. Okay. Make 1 large battery, please. Oh, right, the computer. We'll let that finish first. And then we'll think about what we need. By think about, I mean look it up directly. Shouldn't need that yet. We will hook up batteries. This will be like my power generating core of the base. So it'll be in the middle. It'll generate power and heat that we can then run to the different parts of the base. Power's dead. Damn it. Power's dead. Damn it. Okay, fair enough. We turn off everything that doesn't need to be on right now. Oh, there's no wind. That's why. Wonderful. And the coal power is dead. Okay, fine. I guess we have to go do this then. Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind. It's a little sneaky, but if it looks sneaky and works, it's not sneaky. All right, battery me, please. Rilip says, seems like you should have access to some geothermal. On Europa, though? I don't know. I mean, maybe if you go down deep enough, but not with the equipment I have. I need at least some kind of submarine. And then I have to worry about barotrauma. All right, so we have an extra large power cell. Computer, right? Don't get distracted. Computer needs iron. Luckily we have some. We need a computron here. Start cooking a computer. We have to babysit it because otherwise it'll keep making them. I only need the one. So Rilip, other than overheating and yelling at children, how was your weekend? I saw you were playing something, and now I've already forgotten what it was. I'm like, oh, Rilip's playing game. Insert game here. And the fucking beacon, right? Oh, that's over here, isn't it? What does that require? Iron, gold, and copper, and not that much. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. Here's the iron and copper. Iron, copper, and what else? Gold. All right, so I'll have to get the gold out of here. Here's the electrum. Here's the gold. I don't know what order it spits these things out in. I thought it would be like rarest to least rare. And maybe that is what it is. One tracking beacon, please. Thank you. And I should maybe also take this opportunity to make another large battery to put in the tracking beacon itself. So just give me everything out of here. Yep, that works. Batteria. Maybe I just make a bunch of these. Helldivers. Who was playing Helldivers? You were a vendor at an art show. Okay, you played Alan Wake. And played 3 missions on Helldivers. Weren't people bitching about that game because Sony wanted to like sell your information on the dark web? And then everybody was like, no, Helldivers would never do this to us. It's like, I'm staying out of this. I'm playing games where the devs are totally uncontroversial, like Stationeers and Fez. These are not, well, I mean, Stationeers, I guess. People have some issues with Rocket, but, you know, whatever. That's on them. Okay, we got some extra batteries here. Very nice. Let's fill up our tools with proper tools. Controversies sneak up on you. Well, sometimes they do. Growing poorly. I guess we can turn that off then. Maybe it'll settle down. Yeah, we maybe need to set up some logic for the grow light too, but that's 50 extra watts. I don't know, man. That's kind of a lot. I don't mind turning off the light every so often, although that may end up killing us, which could be a problem at the rate I'm going. Okay, power's good there. So we have our beacon now. We can just put this, I don't know, over here, I guess. Fits nicely. Just have to remember to load that up. poorly, growing poorly. Let me actually check here. What is the specific problem the potatoes are having? I'm guessing they're not getting enough darkness because for some reason, yeah, dark deficient. Yep, that makes sense. So there we go. Now they should be fine. Now they're growing moderately well. Just takes a little bit of extra time of being in the dark. Rilip says, do you have the squeakiest door in the universe? I swear I heard a door squeak so loudly it was a video game trope. Actually, yeah, the basement door to go down to where the shower is very squeaky. And Emmy just opened it. So, yes, I do have the squeakiest door in history. I should maybe do something about that. It's kind of annoying. Get some WD-40. You think that'll work? Emmy, can you like open and close the door a little bit so we can hear the squeakiness? Let's listen. Here she comes. Do it again. Can you guys hear it? Or does it only work when I'm talking and activating the mic? It might not be loud enough to get picked up on the mic on its own. All right, let's see here. What do we want to listen to? Here's a good one. Mario 64. Bob-omb Battlefield. This takes me back to a couple years ago. The mic didn't pick it up. Okay, I think it only happens when I'm talking. Like if the mic is being activated, it'll pick up the background noises, which makes sense. That's how microphones work these days. Okay, tracker is on. We are now clear to go do like more dangerous missions if we need to. Open my helmet here and fill up my air tank and drink some water. Yada yada yada. Because one thing I noticed when I was helping Emmy get Discord set up on my computer was that the settings are so sensitive, they were picking up the door opening if I didn't change anything. I have a noise gate in OBS here that'll make it so that doesn't happen typically. The angle grinder's good. This is mostly good. How about the mining drill? Mining drill could use a little battery too. Would be cool. Put it up to 100. Very nice. We're good on food. Yeah, we're good on food. How are the potatoes doing? Moderately well. I should have kept the plant analyzer in for a bit. Oh well. Let's throw some more coal on the fire. Keep things rolling. Okay. I think we're good to go. Let's swap this out. Get my oxygen. Close helmet. Head back out. It's time to go mining. Oh, hold on. Before we do that. Before we go mining with the tracking beacon on, let's make sure it works by putting the tracker inside the handheld tablet. There we go. It is now working. Okay, we're good. That could have been bad. Now we should be safe. Oh, Star Fox 64 sounds like. Oh no, this is Ocarina of Time. All the N64 music sounds so similar. You they'll have Jet Force Gemini on here? Probably not. Everybody forgets that game. People love sucking Rare's dick. They're like, oh my god, I love Donkey Kong. And don't get me wrong, like, Rare made some awesome games, but I think nobody wants to talk about Jet Force Gemini and how amazing it is. They just want to talk about Perfect Dark. GoldenEye, which I understand. Whatever happened to Rare, man? They made some real bangers, and then nothing. I guess that's how a lot of video game companies are. Jet Force Gemini was a sleeper. I know, right? It was like if Mass Effect got released 20 years earlier, almost. Maybe 10 years earlier. It's a third-person shooter with an engaging story, branching storylines at certain points, alternate endings. It is like seriously one of the best N64 games I've ever played. And I played Hey You Pikachu, so I know what I'm talking about. And let me tell you, Hey You Pikachu, there's another sleeper hit for you. Check out Hey You Pikachu. If you can find a working Nintendo 64 and a microphone accessory and a copy of Hey You Pikachu and possibly an expansion pack. But I feel like if you have an N64 and you don't have an expansion pack, what are you doing with your life? Ooh, gold, here we go. Now, I understand why Perfect Dark gets way more attention, because Perfect Dark is incredible. I spent so much time playing Perfect Dark with my friends, just having the most absurd multiplayer matchups. It was a great time. We played a lot of GoldenEye 2, Pokemon Stadium, Mario Kart, Star Fox, just all the like standard N64 stuff, which was great because it had 4-player multiplayer, whereas the PlayStation only had 2 players unless you got the whatever it was called, the thing that let you hook up more than 2 controllers to the console. I don't even remember what it was called because nobody had one. And yes, and each character had a unique ability. Yeah. What, Juno and what's the other? Vela, I think? Juno and Vela and the dog who had a name that may have been Juno. I don't remember all their names. I remember Floyd, the little robot fella, because if you had a second controller, I think another player could control the robot while you were playing. Sort of like the little brother option for when you're playing the game. It's like, here, you can play the little robot helper and shoot these guys for me. I might be making that up now that I think about it. That could be totally fake. Don't take my word on that one. It sounds like something that would happen though. All right, we got silver, copper, don't care about copper. More coal's always nice. Lloyd the robot. And the tribals, man, I spent so much time like blasting the tribals. It's kind of fucked up. There's these little like fuzzy creatures you're supposed to save and they look so sad. They're like Ewoks. But sometimes, you know, you just want to shoot them. I don't know why. Something about them. They're just like, they're very shootable. Like, people say this guy has a punchable face, like about Mark Zuckerberg or whatever, or Justin Bieber. The tribals just have very shootable faces. I would never do that now, but as a kid, I thought it was the most hilarious stuff ever. I was right. See, I'm not making this up. This was an incredible game that came out a decade before Mass Effect, and people are like, oh, Mass Effect's such a good game. How about that ending though? Jet Force Gemini not only was a great game all the way through, it felt like 2 games and then like a post game. It was like almost 3 games on 1 cartridge. It was crazy. There's a part in the game. Okay, so spoilers for a 20-year-old game, maybe 30 years at this point. About halfway through the game, there's this major update. All the characters get their like second mode where they get powered up, and it actually changes the title screen of the game to show them from, instead of showing them in their starting costumes, it shows them in their upgraded costumes. Okay, it was 1999. All right, so it's 25 years old. Rilip is saying, and yeah, it's like, maybe I should just stream it. I have my N64 around here somewhere. I'm sure I could find a copy. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Let's not go the wrong way. Glad we have the tracking beacon. We survived 21 days without dying, and I think we've gone through 4 storms at this point. Maybe only 3, I don't know. The game, oh, it updates several times. Yeah, I knew it updated. I just didn't know how many. But yeah, it updates the start menu depending on where you are in the game. just the coolest, like most attention to detail. I mean, Rare was like cranking them out. They had Banjo-Kazooie. I'm a big fan of Diddy Kong Racing. Everybody likes Mario Kart. I think Diddy Kong Racing did it better. I never played Donkey Kong, but Donkey Kong is like pretty great according to people who've played it. GoldenEye, Perfect Dark. I never played Conker's Bad Fur Day, but it always seemed like a funny, good time. Like, Rare was synonymous with, I have to buy this game because it's incredible. Philip says there's noise about Final Fantasy Tactics getting a remake. I don't care. It ain't worth it. What was I gonna do? Oh, right. We needed to put the computer down. Let's go do that. We need the logic for the IC10 motherboard. IC10 editor. X says Final Fantasy Tactics is an all-time classic. I got it on my phone. Maybe it's because the control scheme is really funky. It is like not fun at all. It's just like a miserable experience. It could, again, it could be the control scheme. It's entirely possible. But I every time I've tried to play it, it's just been like no fun at all. All right, I think we're gonna put it right here. Seems like the most easiest place for me to put it. So we'll put that there, and then we'll have like the batteries over here. We'll have a wall here, obviously, at some point when we get around to finishing this room. So this will go into the battery bank, and then we'll have the reader set up, and we'll maybe even put in like a roll cover to cover everything up when we have the motherboards. Okay, we need to make more frames though. Maybe we should finish the walls first. I don't know. Let's at least see what we need to make the IC10 housing. Solder. Okay, solder is gonna be the pain point today, I see. All right, 350 to 550, 1 megapascal to 100. It's half iron, half lead. We have no iron, really? 0 iron, huh? All right, let's get out there then. Iron and lead. I think we already have a lead, but whatever. Put you in there. Finish the computer. All right. We've still got plenty of power, I think. Yeah, cartridge is good. So we're looking for iron and lead. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk about Jet Force Gemini, one of the greatest games of all time that nobody ever talks about. Should do a video essay. If I was a YouTube video essayist, that would probably be my first one. I'll do a series called Rare Gems. It'll just be on all the incredible rare games that nobody remembers. Well, specifically that one, and then I guess like Banjo-Kazooie. Everyone's like, I remember Banjo-Kazooie. Everybody remembers Banjo-Kazooie. Like, yeah, well, look, there's not a lot of rare games that people haven't heard of, so I had to make some cuts. Great soundtrack, great multiplayer mode. Oh yeah, I played the soundtrack actually. I don't remember what game I was playing, but I'm like, instead of playing the actual soundtrack to this game, I'm just gonna play Jet Force Gemini because that game rules. There's somebody who, longtime chat member, someone who updates the Star Shard Wikipedia every night to make sure everything gets jotted down. They can probably tell you which stream that was. The Star Shardpedia. Rilip, are you in charge of that? Are you the admin? Somebody's got to be in charge of that. And on episode 317, Starshard briefly showed his feet. No, that's a different website where that's gonna end up on. You guys know about WikiFeet? Raise your hand if you've heard of WikiFeet. No, Rilip, put your hand up. You can't hide. Chunky is the one who updates. But you're Chunky, Rilip. You are the Chunky of the stream. All right, iron. Do I have to go back and watch every old stream? That would be like a miserable experience. Just watch every stream I've ever made. Like, hey, welcome to hell. Your eternal punishment is rewatching every stream you've ever made. It wouldn't be that bad, I'm sure. I think of all the fun questions I've asked to no one in particular that have gone unanswered. All right. Hey, this beacon was a great idea. Thanks, Rilip, for suggesting it. We could use some lead, though. Let's see if we spot any lead on the way back. I see some copper. I see some nickel. You know what else was great in Jet Force Gemini? It had racing. It just had a whole ass racing mini game inside of the main game. And that wasn't the only mini game either. Emmykin says I showed my feet in the Barbie Real Besties. That's true. That is saved somewhere if anybody wants to look that up because you're a weirdo. What's the plan for the rest of the week, guys? Are we just gonna be doing Europa from now on? Like, I don't have a problem with that. I like Europa. I think it's a lot more nicer. I mean, the lack of minerals kind of sucks. That's what I like about Vulcan. But Europa just seems way more laid back than me constantly like banging my head against the lava wall to figure out what I'm gonna do next. Yes, I mean, my punishment for making fun of Rilip in his microwave is to go back and find every instance of me making fun of him. I guess I'd first have to figure out when the first time was. So Rilip, when did you install that microwave so I can go back to that stream and figure out when I started doing this? I just remember because we were gonna play games over the weekend, and like 8 hours after we were supposed to start or something like that, Rilip's like, hey, sorry I'm late, I had to install a microwave. And I'm like, you had to install a microwave? Like, put it on the countertop and plug it in? And he's like, no, I had to do a bunch of other bullshit. There's some potato seeds. Potatoes. Hey, our first harvest on Europa. Let's replant. You cannot eat them. Oh, I have to open my suit, I guess. Raw potatoes. It kind of fills me up, I guess. Maybe we want to make our microwave, in fact. That was in August? Okay. Rilip says, interesting tidbit. You cannot buy potato seeds because they are very toxic. Is that why I have to buy whole fucking potatoes to plant in the garden and then they die? Because that sucks. Oh, I'm full on water, right? Because I have potatoes. It doesn't like that. All right, we're powered up. How's the battery doing? Battery's okay. That is so annoying. Some asshole decided, hey, these things that you really like eating, we're gonna make the seeds toxic. And that asshole, I guess, would have been nobody, because that's just a natural thing that happens. Okay, solder. We need to get lead. So I guess we'll throw our iron in here and go look for lead for now. We have a lot of minerals that we need to deal with. All we care about is lead. Got our beacon. Let's get going. I don't think we need that much solder, but we're gonna get it anyway. Just a whole stack will be good. Also, my morale is dropping. we may need to start thinking about, oh, we can kind of see the sun if we go up high enough. All right, well, now it's gone again. Just making sure we maintain a good heading. Looking for lead. Only lead. So, well, okay, well, gold too, I guess. I'm not gonna turn down gold. Seems like every time I need something, I need gold. Gold and silicon, which I see to the left there. All right, you guys might be able to hear Emmy's running the popcorn popper. It sounds kind of like a small vacuum, because that's basically what it is. It's like a blower. It blows hot air to pop the popcorn. But before anybody asks what that is, I just wanted to get that out there. You guys might not even be able to hear it. I can hear it, but I have ears. You guys just have to listen to what goes in the microphone. Who knows? That could be anything. Just mining for gold and silicon and lead eventually. So I wonder, chat, how much would the game change? I guess a lot. If instead of having these like native forms of gold and copper and iron, if everything came as like different ores and then you had to smelt them and separate them and like process them in a semi-realistic manner. I know that's kind of how the deep drillers work. Like they come out as dirty ore and you have to separate them with the centrifuge and then smelt them. But I'm thinking, what if you, instead of mining copper, for example, you had to mine tetrahedrite, and then that came as not just copper, but also silver and lead. Now, boom, you're getting 3 ores for the price of 1, but you got to have a way to separate them. I should keep this on hand here so we don't go too far. I think 200 meters is a good stopping point for now. Do a little circulambulation. Nope. No lead here. Some coal, which we do not need currently. Some silicon, which we do need currently, and some iron too, I suppose. Can't hurt. Especially if it just gets caught up while we're doing silicon. But yeah, I guess we'll just do Europa for now. I'm having a good time. I don't feel overly stressed, like I did at the beginning when everything was super nasty and super brutal, and I was like constantly threatened with instant death from freezing or whatever. But now I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. A little bit, not fully self-sustaining, but self-sustaining enough. We can keep the heat on. Like the plants generate heat, I believe, as they grow, and I generate heat, then that should be enough to keep everything warmed up for the most part. I don't know why I keep putting this away. I need it out. I'm hitting, instead of hitting E, I think I'm just hitting F instead. Here's iron. Hold on. What is this? Oh, this is Pokemon XD. Anything interesting yet? Not really. I'm curious if they're gonna have Jet Force Gemini on here. We were just talking about it. Silicon over here too. And over here as well. All right, well, our insulation problems are solved. Insulation, plastic, and glass. So Rilip, what do you do with that fancy microwave of yours? Because me and Emmy, we have a microwave, but we don't really use it. I prefer, I mean, I guess I use the one at work to heat up my leftovers for lunch. But if I'm at home, you just heat up everything in the stove because it ends up tasting better. It doesn't get all soggy like in the microwave. So I'm a big proponent of like a microwave-less existence. And honestly, if I could just have a toaster oven, think I would use that way more than I'd use a microwave. He makes microwave meals like his cousin Homer. Yeah, after his wife left him, that's all he could eat. Chicken tenders and TV dinners, microwave burritos, microwave nachos, corn dogs. These are all foods that I would actually eat a lot of when I was a kid. I remember we'd go to my grandma's house. Same grandma that used to yell at me to go outside, by the way. It's the same grandma. And my grandparents had this big chest freezer that was loaded with like frozen corn dogs and other stuff. And we would just eat like 5 or 6 of them. You throw them on a plate and eat 6 corn dogs for lunch. It was crazy. It was a free-for-all. And it was incredible. That's good, I think. But we are running out of space here, so I really do need to find that lead now. We should probably focus on that. So let's take a peek here. We do not need all this coal. Now I'm seeing all this stuff that I can't actually use. That's oxite. Just looking for lead here. Nitrice. Coal. Oxide. Coal again. More coal. Come on, man. Copper. Well, copper is at least pretty common. Maybe coal is more common on Europa. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, gold. Again, we're not going to pass up gold. Oh, I'm out of batteries. Whoops. Better swap that out then. I may have accidentally left it running in my backpack. Okay, I don't see any more gold here. We'll leave it alone for now then. Oh, here's some. And cobalt we'll need eventually when we get into the advanced alloys. I don't think it's used for anything on the lower end. It sounds like a great time. I don't see a downside. No, it was a great time. It's just now I'm fat, so I was also a fat kid because I think I don't like know exactly why, because when you're a kid you're not really in charge of what you eat typically, so basically whatever my parents fed me is what I ate. So if I ended up fat, I don't see how it's on me. And then once you're fat, it's really hard to lose weight because you're like working against the wishes of your body. So I blame Kool-Aid. Hey, look at that lead, finally. Because I drank a lot of Kool-Aid as a kid, and I think all the sugar fattened me up. And then I was fat, and then I stayed fat. Now, granted, I probably would have complained if I didn't get to have delicious, delicious hummingbird food with every meal. But that's on my parents. They shouldn't have been feeding me hummingbird food. Oh, there's some more lead. Perfect. So this should be enough lead to get us through for a while. Hopefully we can make the solder we need and then have some left over for... I'm just now realizing we already had a bunch of lead set aside. I probably just needed iron and I didn't grab a single bit of iron while I was out here. And now I feel foolish. Maybe we already have some back at the base. I don't know. We'll just come back out later. Let's head back. Emmy saying it wasn't her fault that I'm fat. That's true. I mean, not initially, but I don't eat anything that you don't make unless somebody brings in like donuts or cookies or brownies or like a cheese and meat cracker platter. And then sometimes people bring in fruit and I'm like, yeah, no thanks. I don't want to eat that. That sounds gross. All right, let's put... How are we gonna do this? So we need 350 Kelvin to 550 Kelvin with 1 megapascal. What are we at now? Not that much. Okay. I guess we'll start by doing 1 and we'll just kind of moderate it from there. So we should close that. So do that. It's gonna be a little tricky because we got to get just the right amount. So go ahead and ignite. Throw in the iron. And then throw in the lead, and then we'll see if that brings the temperatures down at all. I'm gonna guess it's gonna put the temperatures up. No, it's putting them down. Okay. And we got to get down to below 550 while staying above 1 megapascal. So maybe we just let it cool off. Like it'll bleed off heat here if we wait. Maybe I could use this opportunity to smelt some other stuff, you know? Why don't we do some silicon? That requires some pretty hot temps. And more silicon will be more useful there. Sit at now 1K. More silicon. Pasumaga says I get error messages all day long from one of my websites because someone with a changing IP is trying to send a post request to the landing page. I have no idea if that's good or bad. Because I'm not an internet or technical guy. What's going on here? We're trying to get the temps down. Let's do another iron batch, I guess. We might get it, and then we can do copper. Okay, there we go. Start throwing the iron in here. Copper, I think, has a lower melting point. There we go, more copper. What's it at now? 760. We can do another batch of copper, sure. We're gonna need to do Invar and Constantan as well at some point. Some water. Maybe do some gold or some electrum. I think electrum's actually low pressure. Yeah, 800 to 2.4. The temps are whatever. And we don't need electrum right now anyway. Okay, we'll throw this in and then come back to it later when it's cooled off a bit. And then we should have our solder. Alright, so that's all loaded in. Let's head inside. Oh, there's the sun. Perfect. So now's our opportunity to hop inside, recharge our battery, take off our suit. Get our hygiene back up. Refill our oxygen tank, empty our waste tank. Drink some water, eat a raw potato. Because we're animals. Damage is at 2%. That's quick. All right. I think we gotta maybe start eating raw potato or cooked potatoes. So let's think about how we're gonna make raw potatoes happen. Yeah, we actually can close this up. We shouldn't need to mess with this anymore. We can just use this. Let's make sure all of our devices are fully charged. I know we had swapped something out earlier. There we go. Maybe it was the hand drill. It was the hand drill, in fact. Yeah, there we go. Fully charged. Mood is increasing. That's great. We can probably throw a stack of coal in there, half stack rather. Things are looking good. So speaking of technical stuff, my sister was asking about getting a computer for my nephew, because I've been saying if he really wants to play games with me, he's gonna need a computer at some point. because I play PC games pretty much exclusively, except for some Switch games that I have. If for some reason I can't use my computer, if Emmy was still doing the what? Oh, oops. If Emmy still had the Real Besties thing going on, but that's been on a hiatus for a while. We'll see if that ever comes back. I'm excited. I love listening to them talk about movies. But that's on Alien. That's not on me. But whenever she had those going on, it's got to get, what, the 550? Solder. Yeah, below 550. Emmy's looking at me. Oh, she's saying that it's halftime. Okay then. Well, let's take a good opportunity here. We will save. We will exit to desktop. And it is halftime. So, everybody hold on to your butts, because we're about to watch something crazy, courtesy of Emmykins, who keeps sending me insane. Okay, hold on. Here's the one I wanted to watch. Emmy's gonna go upstairs so she can watch. So just hold on. Oh, that's not the right one. I had it correct to start with. Okay, so this next piece comes to us courtesy of How Can I Tell If I'm Really in Love, featuring Justine and Jason Bateman. You may be familiar with their work. So let's take a look. This is a song from the video. And we're going to...
1, 2, 3,
here we go.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, here we go. How can I tell if I'm really in love? This song will teach us. Ooh, hot to try. What the hell? Oh man, the quality is so bad. It's not spelling, they're acronyms or initials, I guess, initialisms. By bad, you mean awesome. Yay, we did it. Okay, that was only a minute, which is perfect length for these little halftime segments. So there you go. There's the initial song. Remember, if you want to tell if you're really in love, don't watch a video from the 90s. It's not going to help you. There's nothing for you there, I'm afraid. You may have to go back farther. The timeless art of so bad it's good. I guess if it gets through to the kids, I don't know what they're trying to impress upon them. I have always stood by the idea, and maybe it's because I'm a weirdo, is I think maybe I am the weirdo here, because I'm the one that's like, we should be encouraging people to have sex more and have more sex, because that increases the likelihood. I'm married, so I don't have to worry about it. But for all those like loser guys out there like I was, if we increase the amount happening, it's more likely that you will have it. And you should not be shaming people for having sex. You should not be telling people that they're going to get AIDS and die if they have sex. You should be like, hey, this is great, and if you take these precautions, it should be fine, and go crazy. And then I think the world would be a better place. Anyway, let's get the game back open here. I think the older I get, the weirder it is that I have this opinion, but whatever. I came up with it a long time ago, and I'm sticking with it. Hasn't steered me wrong yet. All right, we're back in the game. Let's go. This should be cooking. We got to get it down to 550. Everything will be fine. Turn on my light. I turned that off to conserve power, but we don't need it to be turned off anymore. We could use some iron. Oh, we should get the music going too. There we go. It's coming back. Emmy says I'm gonna hate the new video that she sent me. Yeah, I saw that one. We'll watch that Wednesday maybe. Rilip is saying that more sex is Star's version of fewer, more expensive games. No, no, no. That's my version of more longer games. I don't want fewer, more expensive games. I want longer, cheaper games. And I think that's a pretty reasonable stance to hold. Okay. How much? This is still going down. That's fine. What am I need solder for, right, for the housings. That way I can start the that process. We have steel in here. We need to make more steel, which means we're gonna need more iron, which means a lot of things actually. I think we might need to reset up the container mount. We'll put it back here so it's kind of out of the way. We can just store all the extra ores in here that we're not using. Glad we finally found a use for this. So I'll just start throwing like gold and lead and silicon and all this stuff over here that we're not using. Although iron we are going to be using here shortly. Coal as well. So that's one of the ingredients for steel. I'm sure you guys are all well aware. Let's plop that in there. Switch those. Those can get recycled at some point. All right, this should be good. Solder. All right, we're soldered up. Let's vent it. Get it in here. And now I would like a icy housing. Yes. Captain Sandwich is saying that there would be a lot more surprise humans. I don't think it would be a surprise at that point. I think if you give people the knowledge and you say, hey, listen, this is a possible side effect. Here are some ways you can prevent it. Not telling anybody anything isn't helping anyone. I think it behooves us, unless you're like a fucking weirdo religious conservative person who's like, sex is bad actually. But then I can't help you. Like, you're already fucked up. But if you're just like a normal person who's like, yeah, sex is great, it's a fun time, blah blah blah. Let me make an IC10 chip, please. We need gold. Oh, gold we can do. Okay, let's throw some let's get some stuff cooking. Then I think, yeah, just trying to make it unappealing is not going to work. You're better off just, I don't know, mitigating it maybe. Need gold. Gold's over here. We're not mitigating, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not a like educational person. My point is, it comes from a very selfish place, and therefore it is good, objectively. So we're gonna need to go get more iron and coal so we can make steel, so we can finish this room and install the batteries. So what does it take to make a big battery? I guess we take a look here. Battery. Large station battery requires Stellite. Okay, well that's I think we'll start with just a regular battery and we can upgrade them later if we need to. So let's go install the housing. No, that's not gonna work, because we need to build the walls first so we have a place to put it. In that case, we don't have any steel in here. Yeah, we got to go get steel. So I guess we're going out to mine again. Tracker is on. Good. Check the batteries. Everything looks good. All right, let's go get some iron. Specifically iron and coal today, and gold if we see any, I guess. Although now we have kind of a glut of gold. So there's your free hot take of the night. We should not be discouraging people from having sex because it just, I don't know, it's like discouraging people from like drinking water or enjoying things that are fun. It's like, hey, this thing that you naturally want to do, you shouldn't do it because it's shameful and bad. Which that's like every religion, right? It's like, yeah, you should not enjoy life. That's actually a sign of evil. Like, I mean, you only get the one, man. I'm not gonna waste it being miserable. I already mostly do that. That's why I play video games all the time. I guess it's not like me playing video games. I mean, there's probably maybe some people out there who want to do stuff that's gonna like ruin other people's lives. I don't think me playing video games is ruining anyone's life, not even mine. That's just my hobby. That's what I like to do for fun. And just because I like to have fun, is that a bad thing? Is it bad that I want to have fun instead of do things that aren't fun? I don't know, maybe. Who's gonna care in 100 years? Yeah, there's no, oh, there's just more iron down here. I wonder if we can use the hot exhaust from the gas fuel generator in our furnace at all, or if it's not going to be hot enough. Be curious to see what the temps are that it puts out. Okay. Let's get out of here. There's coal too, which we are gonna need a little bit of. And maybe eventually we'll be able to move into trading. That would be a good way to process a lot. I mean, if we can get oxygen and warm it up, which is pretty straightforward, we could theoretically sell oxygen to the traders, and that would be really funny. Fuel too, like they'll buy fuel, and fuel's about as easy to make as oxygen. But maybe we can, depending on how long we spend here, because as you've probably seen, I tend to get a little bored with the single planet after a while, mostly because they keep updating the game and I want to start fresh with the new stuff, but also because at a certain point it just becomes kind of a slog. It's like every day I come in here and I'm like, oh, what do I have to do today? And it's usually something like, oh, I have to build this massive atmospherics processing station that may or may not work the way that I want it to. Should have just stuck with the linked ACs blowing hot air into a bunch of carbon dioxide. All right, iron. Okay, the iron is good tonight. Very excited about that. I gotta remember the potatoes too. We really should set up some kind of automation for them, shouldn't we? Iron for you. Maybe we can incorporate that. No. I think we'd want a separate chip for that. Wow, that's okay. A lot of iron here. So we're not gonna have to worry about steel, hopefully, after this. For a while, at least. Because that's one batch. Yeah, maybe that's because that's only 200. We go through it pretty quick if we're gonna be building walls. We're gonna stick to one room at a time, though. So it's not gonna be like what we have been doing. All right, I think that's enough. Let's see where we're at this way. Let's head on back. We'll get some steel in the furnace, and then we will... Oh, hey, more iron? Don't mind if I do. If we can get up to 2 batches tonight, that should be enough to last us a very long time. And if not, the whole... I mean, we don't have to make it right away, but it'll be nice to have the ingredients on hand for later. Here we go. Iron. You know what I really want to try? Maybe not a brutal start on Venus, but just a regular start on Venus. I think the hot planets might be a little too complicated for me to want to do a start on them right now. We got some nitrice for some reason. Gotta be careful with that. You don't want to take that. I put it in the backpack, but you don't want to take that into the base. It'll melt and then put a bunch of nitrous oxide in my base. Tomodachi Life. What the heck is this doing on here? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a banger, but a weird choice. I should have left this in my hand. Power low. Okay, we're good. We're pretty close to the base, so should be able to start seeing. There we go. The lights of the base all lit up, nice and green. The rendering distance is so small. I think it's because I have my settings turned way down. Okay, we're back. Let's make some. First, let's vent this before it starts freezing in the pipes. Let's set this aside. We have some extra nitrace now. Let's go ahead and get some oxite. And 2 volatiles ice. I think it's fine to shut it off now. That in there. Melt it. Volatiles. Melt them. And then start throwing in the iron. Coal. Oh, there we go. It worked anyway. Whoops. Iron, and then the coal. Then we should be good. We just still have some iron over here too. So we could, if we needed to, make another batch. I don't think it'll come to that. In fact, I'll just go ahead and throw this in there now. Do I have anybody in chat who watched the Thunderbirds TV show? Moon is that? The Ganymede? Didn't get hot enough? Ah, shoot. Alright, oh, nope, open back up, please. There we go. Gotta get the 900 for the steel. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and vent it before it becomes a problem. So let's see, I wanna make some frames. Rilip says, I've seen a few episodes, but watched is a strong word. That's the one where the guy... Oh, okay. Really hot air is coming out, I guess. That's the one where the guy drives the car backwards while staring at a TV screen, right? I saw a clip of that guy doing that when I was watching a pod racing video today. And I was like, hey, I've seen that before. Because they used, it's like the same, and I realize the one long predates the other, but Team America World Police, they had the puppets. It's creepy puppets. And when I saw Team America World Police, I was like, wow, this is like so weird. I wonder where they got the idea for this. And then I saw Thunderbirds. I'm like, oh, okay. Nope, that makes sense. It's the same picture. We also need a wall here. And a bunch of steel sheets. But mostly walls. But we'll start with the frames first and then work from there. Come on. I wonder if we can squeeze all of the coating onto one chip. And by that I mean we can make it so the power and the maintaining the cold atmosphere and the gas fuel generator are all controlled by the same thing. So it can check the batteries, make sure that the batteries are full or whatever. And then if they're below like a certain amount, run the generator. Oh, hydration critical, right. We should probably, we'll let that run for a bit. We'll pop inside. It shouldn't explode or do anything bad if we're safe. All right, open helmet. Temperatures are, oh, a little high in here today, I see. Oh, okay, that's just the thing running. I thought something broke for a second there. So the potatoes are actually making it hotter in here. That's cool. All right, let's do all the thing. We'll turn the light on because I think they probably need some light. And I need the light to see what I'm doing. Okay, fill up the air. Empty the waste tank. Swap out the battery. Drink water. Eat a raw potato. We're out of raw potatoes. Okay, fair enough. Eat a candy bar. Or cereal bar, rather. Drink more water. Okay. Okay. So, oh, there's the sun. Cool, cool. I guess we'll put everything back on. There we go. Let's head back out. Things are working out pretty well, actually. Something tells me there's gonna be... Oh, whoops. Forgot about that. Sorry. Oh, geez. Okay, well... Yep, that happened. That's probably enough at this point. 25. 32 total. So here's what I'm thinking. So the entire thing is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. So let's get the corners down. And this is going to be a wall here. So I'm going to put 4, 5, and then we're going to have wall, wall. And actually, oh, this is a tough one. Because what I'd really like to do is have like a little cubby, basically, and I've used all my frames already. Okay, well, I suppose that was inevitable. I kind of want to have a little cubby here that is separate. Because I want to still have two way to... but we'll figure it out. I really should have drawn this up before I started building it so I could know what I wanted to do, but that's how this game always goes. I just kind of wing it, and then I complain about it and try to fix it after the fact. The we'll do it live type mentality. Holy, another storm already? Jeez. What is going on? Ugh. So one, yeah, this should be filled in. So let's fill in all the ones that need to be filled in. We don't need to go inside right now. We'll be okay. That's filled in. This needs to be filled in. Do I need frames? Can you not just put a wall up there? I could, but I'd rather have frames in some places. It just depends on kind of what it's gonna end up looking like. Like, I'm gonna have walls everywhere else, but I think frames are gonna look good here because then I can mount stuff on these frames without having to worry about necessarily having walls up to start. Because this is where the batteries are gonna go, and also where the control chip is gonna go back here. So I guess I'll just have 2 batteries, huh? Maybe that's not enough. I don't know. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That makes sense. So this needs to be filled in. Maybe it's because I played like a longish time ago. I don't really trust walls as much as I trust frames. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I prefer having walls most of the time, or having frames over walls most of the time. I think walls look good when you put them up against frames or in places where you want to have a window or something. But for the most part, I think frames tend to look better in most applications. Like, for example, I want this back wall to be solid up against the hill, and then I want to have windows. I know you can't see anything because it's whiteout conditions, but I want to have windows here, and then there'll be an airlock here, or maybe just a hallway or whatever. I don't know. Let's put a door down. Because again, letting like a little bit of atmosphere inside isn't the worst thing in the world to happen on Europa. That's more of a Vulcan problem. All right, so yeah, this will be where the like central control goes. We'll run the, so we can just run cable right now, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. We'll have a chip back here, and then we'll have 2 big batteries, which I'm realizing now could be problematic. Maybe I put the, okay, scratch that. Should go grab that heavy cable and put that down then. We'll figure out where it's all gonna go, just not when there's a storm going. Oh, there's always a storm. Every time I try to get something done, it's like there's a storm every couple days or something. Crazy. All right, let me in. How's it going inside? At least get my hygiene back up a little bit. How are the moderately well? Let's take a look at these specifics and also recharge my stuff. Okay, let's see. Illumination stress is good. Good, everything looks good. Light efficiency, pressures are good. Temperatures are mostly good. I gotta bring in some more cold air, I think. Things are getting a little toasty in here, but that's okay. I'd rather they be a little toasty. That's easier to fix than them being too cold. Thriving? All right, thriving now. Good to hear. Swap that out. Swap out the mining drill battery. So we need more frames. We'll need a roll cover. Actually, look that one up. Composite roll cover that comes from a door kit, and we can use that for just like hiding our IC-10 housings. Emmy says it's kind of like IRL. Yeah, it's supposed to rain all week except for Wednesday this week, which is nuts. Like, we got no snow this winter, and now it's all dumping as rain during the summer. I guess it's not that nuts. It's just frustrating for me as a lover of snow and like kind of ambivalent about rain. Hey, all right, let's keep an eye on this. See when the illumination stress gets too high. I don't think it's going to. Okay. Then we'll just wait for the storm to pass. And maybe throw some extra coal on the fire. Maybe we should make some, if it's going to be storming this much, we should make some more windmills. Reliv says, please don't let it rain here. I gotta have the windows open or I'm gonna burn to a crisp. Well, if it rains enough, it should get cooler, right? Sometimes that happens. Other times it just gets more humid and then it's even more miserable. That tends to be what happens here. It's like, oh great, it rained. Now it's gonna be even worse out. Yay. Maybe I should build a third plant thingy. If we have room, it should fit in here. You know what would be really funny, actually? What if I just put the microwave outside and I went outside to cook my potato? I could also store my potatoes outside. It's freezing out there now that I think about it. That's not a terrible idea. I could just have a walk-in freezer, but it's more of a walk out, not freezer, and everything else is the freezer. Okay, we're back. I need more frames, please. Steel frames, and then steel sheets, and then, you know, while those are cooking, I'm gonna go refill my little welding torch thing here, because that clearly needs the help. Look at it go. Oh, she's filling up nicely. I do say so myself. All right, we're getting a couple of frames. How much steel do we got? Plenty, 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 plenty. So Hex is saying the RimWorld freezer, which is true if you play on a map that gets cold enough to store your stuff outside. There's also another game where you can do that, the Long Dark. If you store meat outside, it'll freeze because it's, you know, constantly below freezing in that game. And oh, yeah, Vintage Story too, I suppose, depending on what part of the world you're in. Although Vintage Story doesn't have total freezing, it's more I don't know, it's like just a cooler or a cellar. Hey, come on. All right, this is gonna take a while to fill up, I guess, so we'll just leave it in there for now while we make all the stuff we're gonna need. And then we need to make some windows. And maybe even some cladding, now that I think about it. Not just cladding. I think it's just iron. Which we have 50 in there. We could get more pretty easily. Cladding is great. Cladding's one of the cool things that they've added. I'll get one more and then we'll call it. All right, give me some cladding as well, because I have an idea that I want to try. Should just need 3 to start with. Yeah. All right, let's go fill this up and then we'll see how it's all gonna look. It's 47, that should be good enough for now. I think we'll be all right. Doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to work. Go put the frames down. So like I said, I want to do a little cubby back here for the batteries and stuff, which that is correct. Yes. Okay. And then we will weld it. So these should be solid, because these are going to be walls. And I can take the metal out of this. Actually, you know, maybe we just leave that one. It does look a little bit nicer if you leave it at least partially welded. So we'll go around and see how everything looks. That can be solid too. This can be solid, even though it's not going to be, it's not like a structural piece necessarily. but it's just a little bit nicer. And everything's solid all the way through mostly. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put frames as the ceiling here. Okay, hear me out. Let's just see how this looks. If we don't like it, we can always change it. Now what I'm thinking is we come back here, we use the cladding, and we do a angled cladding up the back. I was also thinking maybe like a round one could be good. Like if we did rounded, but then that's gonna make it kind of like bubbly shape. We'd have to go all the way up here for it to make any sense. And that would probably be overkill. So let's see what happens if we do angled. Oh, that's not gonna work either, is it? I think what we'd have to do is lower the entire assembly by 1, and then it would work. Okay, let's just do that. And then in that case, we can do the bubble idea that I had. Let's do rounded, yeah. So yeah, we got to bring this whole thing down. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Oh well. That's what I signed up for when I decided I was going to do it this way. So get rid of these. Drill these up. Grab my wire cutters. We got to lower everything by 1, which is probably better. Like, we don't need to have it too high. That's kind of overkill. Go around here. We're gonna drop everything by 1, so we'll have to remove the walls after we get rid of these. Pop. Whoop. There we go. And then we pull up the frames. And then get the wiring. Okay. So there we go. And then we pull out... Actually, we don't need to pull out the glass. We just need to pull off the plastic here. And then drill up the walls, and then we should be good. Oops. Hit the wrong one. That was fine there. We gotta remove all these. These are flat walls. These are different from the composite walls. Whoop. Hello, computer. Pardon me. Okay, so that part's done. Now we just run. Basically, we do the same thing, except it's only. Oh, okay. Was weird. But now it's only 1 high, and that's probably better for some reason. And then this is probably going to be windows. This can go here. And that's going to be attached to something eventually. All right, let's weld them up. Then we can put the vents and stuff back. I wonder if we could get a using the exhaust from the heater or from the gas fuel generator. I wonder if we could power one of those Stirling engines. Yeah, it doesn't matter that it's only 1 meter high or whatever this is supposed to be. Okay, it looks fine. All right. And then this is where the vents are gonna go, so that saves us some cable as well. the vents here and here, and then we just put the pipes back. And that should work. So we're gonna have to make a labeler too. Don't let me forget to make a labeler. Let me use the walls and I will show you what I'm thinking here, which is gonna be windows here. And this way we have like a bunch of frames we can use to like run piping and stuff, but we still have skylight, which will look kind of nice. And then as for walls, we probably want to have one at least here, something like that. Does Europa have moonlight gravity? Yeah, it's pretty lowish gravity compared to some of the other planets. Now what I really don't know is what we're gonna do here. Because if we do the skylight all the way around, we might have to make these too tall, which is fine also. That's not a big deal. Put this flat wall away. For now, and then let's get the roll cover. So we need a door. Copper, we need copper. I think we have copper. Perfect. So make me one door. Excuse me. I need one door, please. What is? Oh, that's an electronics printer. Okay. Thought it said electronics panel. I'm like, what the heck's an electronic panel? My camera stopped again. Thank you, Emmy. I guess I'll get it going for the next 15 minutes. Why not? Should be fixed now. There it is. Thank you. Thank you. So one door, and then we have the housing, the IC10 stuff. We wire that up. The sun is back. The sun, the sun, the sun. Okay, come on. All right, so let's say we put the roll cover right here. So this is where we can put the IC10 housings, which we honestly probably only need one to start with. But we'll have a space for a second one if we need one. For some reason, having multiples becomes untenable. Oh, this should be like that, so I can hook everything up. I'm out of cable. So cable is going to be the next big problem, as per usual. Is that what they said about broadcast TV? POV, you're a broadcast TV executive in the 80s. Cable's going to be our next big problem. All right, we put the thing in there. It's all good. So now we need batteries. We need a labeler so we can label those vents. And we also need, I guess we don't need to label this thing. Present atmosphere of 20 kilopascals at 278 to 328. So that's above freezing. So I'm wondering, how are we going to preheat the atmosphere in there? I guess we could put a heater in there and then maybe that'll run as like a preheating thing, or we could pre-fill it with hot gas somehow, or just, I guess, room temperature gas would work fine too. We could suck some out of the environment. Rilip said, I thought that was going to be Rouladen at first. What the fuck is Rouladen? Was that a typo or is that a thing? Here we go. And then we go inside and we swap out the battery because for some reason it's low. Even though I was literally just in here. Turn off the light. Open our helmet and drink some water. And eat a cereal bar. And open our waste tank. Okay, cool. The German rolling shutters. Oh, they have those actually. That's a different thing. I don't remember what they're under. Let me check. Shutter. Composite window shutters. Yeah. So they actually do have the, so you can use it for your greenhouse and stuff if you want to. I'm not sure else why you would use it. Okay, think. Labeler. We need a labeler. What do we need to make a labeler? Gold. We have gold, I think, somewhere. Can smelt some up. Okay, well, we have to smelt it first, I guess. Just needed the one, actually. One. Close that off. Of course. I left the handle open. I'd like to make some gold, please. Okay, gold. With gold in. Make the no. What are you making? Oh, hey, labeler. I thought it said basketball. That's no. I don't know why I thought it said basketball. That's weird. Okay, shut that off. Close that. Temperatures are still high. I think we'll leave that going for a bit. Is there anything else I want to cook up? Maybe some silicon. Nah, we don't need silicon. We're good. Do some steel. Let's go get a battery. Yeah. So, where is the battery? There it is. Probably turn that off for now. Actually, it like only sips power, so we can just leave it. Okay, so now we're gonna go label everything. And we're not gonna do the coding tonight, but Wednesday night, I promise we will start the coding for this thing. Like I said, it's gonna require some finagling, because once we seal this up, we don't want to have to open it again for anything. So this will just be the air intake. And this will be the air outflow? I don't know. What's the opposite of an intake? An outtake doesn't sound right. Look this up. Opposite of intake. Outlet. I guess outlet. I'll just use outflow, that's fine. Air intake, air outflow. Okay, and we gotta wire this up. Oh, we need cable. Cables are gonna be our next big problem. So, okay, power's doing all right for now. Gotta keep an eye on that. Regular ass cable coil. X-take. Maybe that's what it should have been. I was thinking outtake, but that's what they call them in it's like the blooper reels in a movie. So it is a word, but it's not what you think of when you're thinking of venting a gas. Also, it is weird because like you wouldn't outtake someone. It makes sense that it's an outtake in a movie because you have different takes. This is one that was not in, therefore it is an outtake. But when you have an air intake, it takes in air, and it doesn't outtake air, it out something's air. I don't know. We're gonna go with outflow because I at least understand what that means. I could have just called it in and out, honestly, but I had to get fancy with it. Okay, go wire these up. Jetpack my way up there. Gonna have a problem getting jetpack stuff working here. I'll just pressurized gas anyway. So that is gonna come over here. Also, we gotta make the batteries at some point. Just like one or two to get started, so we have a sort of a baseline to hook them up to. Because we're also gonna have them wired up to the wind farm that we're gonna have eventually. So that is the intake. So this brings in cold air, and this takes out if the air gets too hot or it gets too high pressure. Wait, do I even need two things for this? Like, theoretically, couldn't I just have one that either brings in air or pushes out air? No, that's because I might need to do both at the same time. Yeah, it's probably safer to do it that way. All right, so we're gonna need a window for that as well. In fact, why can't I just use this one? We gotta seal it up. Should have just done that in the first place. All right, up. Here we are. We'll need some glass to finish that, but we haven't finished. We'll need a couple more pieces of glass to finish the whole thing. Intake exhaust. Ah, that's a much better word. Yes. Right, this doesn't have any power in it right now. We'll need to hook up a power controller. Maybe we could do the power controller right here, so we can have two batteries and then a power controller right there. So let's go take a look at what that's going to require. I think just Electrum, right? Power controller. There's a power control motherboard that I've never used once in my life. Wonder how that works. Because everything is so like geared towards using the IC10 system. Let's type in geared. Get dummy. All right, and this way we can just grab a battery while we're working over here on Wednesday and we're writing our code. And you know what? Let's just make a battery too while we're here. Battery station, kit battery. There we go. And that's just gonna need some steel sheets, I think, to finish. Okay, well, let's make the steel sheets while we're waiting, and the other stuff we need. The steel. We're gonna need 2 steel sheets for the battery, I believe, but we'll make a couple more because we might need to finish some more frames as well. And then we need we don't need plastic. We need two things of glass so we can finish the walls and seal it up, and then start heating up the gas. Okay, we'll just make 10 of these, whatever. Keep an eye on that in case it finishes. 8, 9, and 10. Then glass, not gas, glass. Just need 2 glass sheets. Should be a problem. That's still going. Okay, done. Still going. Okay. I think we're good on regular cable coil. We're gonna need some heavy cable. I think oh, we have some right here. We have 5. We'll have to make a little bit more though. How's the power situation inside looking? Okay, it's at about half. We need to. We can just run in there and throw more coal or whatever. I think I have some out here. We have 1 stack. Okay, we may have to go get more coal. Go through a lot of it. Come on, because we're on a tight schedule here, game. Give it to me. There we go. Okay, shut it off. Let's go hook it up. So we're going to power comes in here. That's perfect. Where's the switch? Switch on the back or the front? I don't want to have it be like a pain in the ass to get to. Okay, and then a screwdriver. There it is. I guess it's on the side. Perfect. Right, I didn't put cable on. That's fine. We'll get there. And then we need an APC. Just gonna go like so. Just kidding. It's gonna go like so. And this is gonna power this whole room. Oh man. Yeah, you know what? That's actually is better that way anyway. Just give me all these guys. There we go. Try to keep everything as uncluttered as possible while we're working on this. And that's actually nice because then it can run past the computer to go wherever it needs to go. There we go. So that hooks up everything. So this is going to be set to... I guess we'll set it to the gas fuel generator, and then we'll set this to the air intake and the air outflow, and then we'll just define the batteries because we're going to want an average anyway. I don't quite understand how all that stuff works, so I'm going to have to look it up. But now I got to figure out how we're going to heat it up in there. Maybe we can do something, I don't know, with something. It's going to be a little complicated, I'm sure. But that's a problem for future me, because present me is currently wrapping it up. We have this all set to go. We have the computer all set to go. And all we have to do is set it so that the gas fuel generator turns on and we can maintain air.
Power low.
Oh, okay, power low. Sure. We'll head back inside anyway. Good stopping point. Take some coal with us in case we need it. You never know how long that battery is gonna last. What are the potatoes doing? Potatoes are thriving. Okay, good deal. So good work, everybody. We're making good progress on the Europa base. I'm really digging it. Try out, if you haven't done it already, you should definitely try out the brutal start. It is such a fun time. Or, you know, just play the game regularly. It's also really good. I love that they're really focusing on like the starting gear, because I think that was one of the weaker, like, it's something they haven't really looked at in a long time. It always was kind of assumed you end up with the same stuff on every planet, basically. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming out. I'll be back on Wednesday with more Stationeers. So if you like watching me play Stationeers for some reason, yeah, tune in then. Otherwise, have a good night. And oh, he's got the Milady emote, Beetle Rock. That is awesome. Oh man, I heard that guy's actually like a pretty cool dude though, even if he is famous for a meme. Anyway, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good night. Have a good Tuesday. Bye bye.